Hey guys. Okay, so obviously by the title, this is just going to be a reading for whoever needs to hear it. This reading was inspired actually by kind of a reoccurring dream that I keep having. And I keep actually waking up from this dream with different phrases being spoke in my ear, which is actually kind of strange, and I'm always waking up at the same exact time as well. So I know there's a message for me there, probably, but I've also been called to do a reading for someone else that needs to hear this message. So I know that sounds strange, but I have strange things that just happen to me all the time. I'm sure you guys do too. So, so here we are. So this is going to be, I think this is really going to be, from what I gathered, an empowering type of message. So whatever situation that you're currently in, this is going to be more of an advice, leaning towards more of an advice type message. And I just saw 111 on the clock there. So that means you're on the right path. Just listen to your gut and your heart. So I feel like, thanks Spirit, that is something that is the part of what this message is meant to be about. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to pull some oracles. We're going to try to get the situation, whatever the situation may be, from the oracle cards, and then we're going to go into tarot. I have 2 sets of tarot decks. I was called to get different tarot to clarify, so we're going to be using both of those, and then I'm going to get some advice at the end. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to start with, this is the Awakened Soul oracles. These were a gift from one of my subscribers. I don't want to say names unless they want me to. But thank you still for this gift. I love this gift. I haven't used it like real often, but I do every now and then. They're actually, these cards are actually really close to me right here. So I do use them every now and then. I kind of want to start using them more though. I have to say, these might be significant to someone here. Okay, so let's see. What is it that we need to know about here, Spirit? What is it that we need to know? What is this situation? What does this situation entail, Spirit? So we have Shapeshifter. This situation entail? Simplicity. What does this situation entail here, Spirit? Silence. Okay, and I'm also going to get some of these. I've been using these a lot as well. These are the the energies of the 7 oracles. These were actually also a gift by Joy from A Journey at Light. If y'all don't know who she is, y'all need to go check her out. Okay. Guys, they're wanting me to... Every one of these cards here all start with S. We have Shapeshifter, Simplicity, Silence. And what I'm seeing in my mind's eye here is 555, because the letter S looks like the number 5 to me, which is strange because I just said on the timer there when we started, I saw 1111, or I saw 111. Now I'm seeing 555. That means that there's a huge change ahead. And it's also meaning that this is something that the universe is working on for you, okay? Which means, regardless of how you're seeing the situation that you're going into or that you're being a part of right now, it's something that is going to take place currently with inside yourself, a change that you're having with inside yourself for the better, okay? So let's see what else. What else do you have here? Oh, seeing beyond. It's kind of similar to what I was just talking about. This is the number 36 though. It also starts with an S. What else do you have here, Spirit? Okay, well, I don't want to take all that. It's too much. I can't pull out too many oracles because we'll be here. I mean, I'll be pulling stuff from them forever. We'll be here forever. Wow, guys, look. Another S. Spirit of gratitude. Number 43, which is the number... number 7. I was fixing to say the number 5, and I was like, no, it's not. But you have 6. The only thing that you're missing here is 5 for these to be progressive. And then we have, I'm not taking 2. I just want 1, Spirit. Just give me 1 card, please. Just 1 more. I just want 1 more, please. Earth magic, number 1. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. The bottom of the deck says the land between. Oh my gosh. I just said I wasn't going to take any more. Okay, guys. When I was shuffling here, I don't know if y'all could see the cards, but these 2 cards turned over, and I was like, no, I just want 1. I don't know if y'all heard me. I just want 1, Spirit. Just give me 1 card. I just want 1 card. And they gave me this one. And these 2 are at the bottom of the deck. Like, listen, you're still going to have to take those into consideration. So I guess those are important. So we'll figure out why. Okay. So let's get into this. Okay. All these cards to me right here are so similar to one another. And it all talks about grounding, which is kind of crazy because this girl right here with the card silence, she's sitting on the ground like she is grounding here. And what I'm getting from that with these keys is that grounding, for you to be grounding yourself right now at this moment, is very, very crucial to you unlocking the door to your abundance here. To your abundance. To things that you haven't been, to a place that you haven't been before, okay? I feel like with this in-between, and I don't know why I'm starting here, guys, just where I'm called to. This in-between here, I feel like is, you're currently right now in between 2 different worlds. I feel like you're in this place to where you're kind of being held back in a way from what was your past, and then wanting to kind of have a fresh start or a new beginning, which makes sense because we're right here at the new year. If you're watching this, this is timeless, but if you're watching it right now, we are right here in January, so that does make sense. You also have 1 and 2 here, and it's funny because I said you did have repetitive numbers, but these numbers being what they are, I feel like, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4, I feel like these added, I'm sorry, I'm counting in my head. These added up together right here are the number 7, 1, 4, and 2. And then you have 43 here, which also adds up to 7. So I feel like there's a lot of reflection, okay? Because this number 7 is about reflection. It's also a very divine number, but it's also about alignment in that sense. And I feel like you're trying to align yourself for moving somewhere new, okay? Moving your mindset to something different here. And there's another key here, guys, on this card that I just realized was there. And she's holding 3 keys. There's 2 keys here, but they're 2 different keys. It's almost like it's insinuating that you have the key to open the door to your own abundance here and this own new beginning. But right now, you're just kind of stuck in between worlds. But you want to get to this happiness here. You want to get to this, your foundation, to be able to get to this point to where you feel this union with yourself, harmony and peace within yourself. I feel like what this is insinuating on this part is that you need to have silence from within. This, to me, is all this advice here. This earth magic here is basically saying that there's a whole lot of magic that would come to you. A lot of clarity would come to you if you would try to ground yourself. Try to really, like, this is basically insinuating that you need to do some serious meditation. You really need to go within and find out what you really want, what direction you really want. Because I think this is what Spirit's saying here with all this, is that with the 3 keys, it reminds me, I'm sorry guys, my throat. With the 3 keys, the number 3 in numerology or in tarot. In tarot, it's the Empress. But it's about, you know, creativity. And it also reminds me of the 3 of Wands, which is about opportunities and planning for your dreams here. And basically what this is saying is that it's your decision, right? With these 2 keys, it's your decision and it's your dreams. And you're at this point right now where you're the one that's able to unlock that door. But you really need to have this silence. You really need to go within and try to figure out which direction that you're actually wanting to take. I feel right now that you're kind of in your head a lot, and it has to do with all this stuff here. So let's talk about this. First off, Spirit, right off the bat with this card here, they're wanting you to be able to see beyond, and this is the number 9, which is about, basically you're at that, almost at that final point to where you're closing out a cycle, okay? It's the most intensive part. It's where, and this is a weird way that they're telling me, but it's right where you're about to, you know, goodbyes are coming, but you haven't quite gotten to the opportunity to do that yet. You know, it's 9 compared to 10, so you're at 9 here. I don't know why they're telling me like that, but for some reason that's the way that they're wanting me to express it to you. But seeing beyond, they're wanting you to see beyond what was, okay? They're wanting you to kind of shift your mind here with Shapeshifter. That's why, okay, this is all starting to go click. They're wanting you to shift your mind into a new direction. They want you to see beyond what was. I feel like for you guys, you may be really clinging on to the past of something here. Now, this past here could be different for everybody. But what they're saying here, and especially with this spirit of gratitude and simplicity, I feel like what they're insinuating is Spirit's wanting you to just accept how things played out and move forward here and have gratitude for how much you've grown, and be more easier on yourself. With this wolf here howling, you maybe have had a lot of sleepless nights, because this is nighttime that she has here. But to me, these 2 cards here are very peaceful cards, and this one here is kind of more of a fearful energy for me. She has the red cloak that's around her neck, and this wolf here that's howling. The way that she's looking in this direction too says a lot, by the way, because I feel like you're wanting things to just be simpler in your life, and I feel like you have had a lot of things happen to you in the recent past where you're just like, I've just had enough. I've just had enough. Why does it always have to be so hard? Why does everything that I have to go through have to be so entirely difficult for me? And you're looking for this simplicity, right? You want this. You know, you want to be able to just enjoy yourself in the moment. And I feel like you get caught up in your mind a lot, especially about whatever's recently happened to you here. These two cards here have the third eye chakra that's highlighted. Here you have the blossoming flower, and here you just have the pyramid. They're really wanting you to try to focus in on yourself and see things clearly. See things in a different way from what you have in the past. And they're wanting you to know that that is the way that you're capable of moving forward. You have to shift your mindset. You have to have this, see beyond what it was and have this gratitude for what it was, so that you can simplify the way that you feel. You know, I do feel like I feel like you kind of flip back and forth about being hard on yourself and then blaming yourself, to being angry at someone else or whatever situation you're in. And those are all negative thoughts, right? They're wanting you to kind of have compassion for yourself here. And they're wanting you to realize that the key to your future, you have. But you have to decide if you're wanting to hold on to the past of what was, or if you're wanting to have a brand new beginning here. And whatever it is, you really need to ground that idea. You know, you need to ground that new beginning that you're wanting and let it take roots, so that you can move towards that harmony, that peace that you're desiring here. You know, that simplicity that you're desiring. But you must also just, you know, a big part of having that harmony is to be able to accept what is and have gratitude for where you are currently. You know, being able to reflect on what happened and then having gratitude here for that. Okay, guys, I'm not going to stay on this too much longer because I really want to get into tarot. It's kind of pushing me. But they do want me to mention that. Sorry, I'm just trying to listen here. The color purple, which is also the third eye chakra, maybe you should be doing some, I'm trying to get some advice that they're trying to send. Maybe you should be doing some meditations for your third eye chakra, or they're wanting you to look into that manifestation, which is part of it as well. Whenever you manifest whatever it is that you're wanting here, you need to figure out what that is so that it can ground itself, okay? Right now, I feel like you're kind of just have ideas of what you want looking in the future, but it's not exactly grounded in your mind. So that manifestation can't really take place there until it's grounded. And the way to be able to do that is to go within, have that silence in your mind so that you can really connect with what makes you happy, what makes you satisfied, you know? Not from other people, but for yourself going forward. What would make you satisfied for yourself, okay? That's something that you really, really, really need to find. I mean, they definitely wanted these two cards to come out for that reason. You know, also, I keep saying about harmony. This is the number 4, this is the number 2. Added together is 6, which is the card of harmony and healing. And I feel like what they're saying here is that, hold on, this card's wanting to show itself. Let's see what it is. Number 4, naturally, Call of the Muse. This is a really pretty card. I love this card. Find out what makes you happy. Find out what makes you excited. What is your muse? You know, what brings you that joy from within, something that you can do. Kind of play off that. You know, if you have that clouded vision of you're not really sure which direction you want to take, and that's why you can't ground something or can't have a grounded manifestation there. They're wanting you to call of the muse. Really look within and find out what makes that creativity come out for you, you know? What is it? What is it that excites you? Okay, so I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to get some tarot. Okay? If y'all want to fast forward, be my guest. If not, that's okay too. I'm going to start with, this is the Muse Tarot, which is so funny because it says, where'd it go? Call of the Muse. Imagine that. Isn't that strange? Okay, so let's see. We're going to get more in depth now about what it is that you are moving past. What is it that you're trying to move on from? Okay, and we're going to get some advice of how to do that. Okay, I feel like with the oracles, mostly that was kind of telling me about where you are within your mind, like where you are currently, and Spirit's really giving you some advice about how you need to get to where you want to go. Now what we're going to do is look at tarot and see where it is that you're coming from and get some advice of how to completely come out of that. Because like I said, I feel like you're kind of stuck in that 9, you know, clinging. You're still kind of clinging onto the past a little bit. And I'm not saying that it's not okay to be hopeful for things, but when it's hurting you, when it's holding you back, you know, you have to be able to keep moving forward. Okay, so let's see what's holding this person back from being able to achieve what they want. What is holding them back? I feel like if your mind wasn't so much clinging to something here, that whatever it is that is your muse, you know, what would push you forward would be obvious, more obvious, because you'd have more silence within. Look at that. The 8 of Wands. So this is a card of communication. This is also a fast-moving energy as well, of inspiration or taking action here. Wow, another 8. The 8 of, this is the 8 of Cups in reverse, and this is exactly what I was talking about, clinging on to something, indecisive of whether you want to move on from something or not. You have the 5 of Materials. That's a lack energy. You know, that's being left out in the cold there. Let's keep going, and then I'll see what else. Wow, another 5, and there's the Lovers. You have the 5 of, guys, this is exactly what I was saying. I mean, to a T. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I think that this is, you have the Queen of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck, and the High Priestess in reverse. With the 4 of Pentacles, you're definitely clinging on to an idea of something that has just never played out. And I feel like this has to do with a relationship or something. If it's not a relationship, which I feel like for most of you it is, then I feel like it definitely has to do with something that you are loving to do, something that you felt like you were aligned to do that isn't really, it's not paying out like you thought it would. Now, this is very much so, to me, a relationship. But let's get into it, and then we'll get some of these for clarifiers, okay? Let me go ahead and tell you what I'm seeing so far, because it's kind of what I already said. I do want to say, though, you have 2 8s here and 2 5s back to back, which is kind of strange. So the number 8 itself is that manifestation, wanting to move forward. And these 2 cards are like fighting with their self. That's what I'm seeing. The 8 of Wands is wanting to move forward, like I said, that fast-moving energy, wanting to have like a new foundation here, because there's 4 of these girls in this card. Wanting to, you know, move forward with inspiration. There's also snails at the top of this card, which are slow, and there's 2 of them. So 2 is that number of balance and decisions. So the decision to want to move forward is slow, just like we saw in the oracles there, but the desire to want to do that is still there. Now the 8 of emotions is that energy I was talking about, that clinging onto energy. When the 8 of Cups comes up in reverse, it is about trying to you're indecisive about emotionally leaving everything behind. Okay? And if this is a relationship, it's because of this right here, the Lovers. It's because of how in depth the feeling was here. You know, they're wanting me to point out the number 6. It's reminding me of the 6 of Cups, like the soulmate card. So I guess they're wanting me to point out, if this is someone that you thought was your soulmate of whichever way, shape, or form, that's why you feel like it's so hard to completely let go of or completely move on from. But it is holding you back. You know, this is holding you back. When the 8 of Cups is upright, she's walking away in the normal 8 of Cups here. She's walking away. Oh, wow. I just got something else here. She's walking away, but her emotions are still there. But she's choosing to walk away because she knows what's good for her, right? I'm saying she, it doesn't matter. I'm just looking at the girl here. She's choosing, in this card, it's the shadow for me. You know, she's choosing to leave the shadow parts behind, to keep continuing to move on, even though there's still pain there. But it's in reverse for you because you're still clinging on to it. So in other words, you know that this is there, right? The inspiration to move on from this is there. But you haven't grabbed a hold of it. You haven't decided that you want to completely let it go yet. And this is what is holding you back, guys. The bottom of the deck energy is the Queen of Wands in reverse. You know, upright, the Queen of Wands knows what she wants. She goes after what she wants. She doesn't let everybody else question what she's doing. She knows who she is. She takes risk, right? And she's passionate about things. Anything that she's passionate about or driven about, she takes that risk. Yours is in reverse because you're afraid to take that risk. See, you're afraid to move forward because you're afraid of what you'll be letting go of. And this is something I feel like is deep down within inside of yourself. Again, here on the High Priestess, you have the third eye chakra that's shining here. Y'all really need to look into that. You really need to look into that meditation. I think it would help you here a lot if you're into meditating. If you're not, you need to be. But you really need to really have that silence within so that you can focus on this, because I feel like there's something there that Spirit's trying to lead you to that you're not seeing, which is what the High Priestess is. It's you not being able to recognize. You know, there's secrets there that you're not seeing, but these secrets are things that are within yourself. She's holding the moon here, which is the moon's about those emotions. And wow, okay. It looks like almost she's piercing her hand with the emotions, and it's almost like you're hurting yourself when it comes to the emotions that you're carrying on to there. And it's because you're afraid to let this go completely. You still have strings here, see? You're still attached to this person, this idea, or this relationship here. With the Four of Pentacles, it shows as well that you're just holding on to this. Now you have the King of Swords under here, and the Tower in reverse, and the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Nine of Swords here. And I said in the beginning, you may be having a lot of sleepless nights here. That's part of that. That's part of that anxiety and that turmoil. But I feel like this is something that it's that part you're holding on to within yourself, right? The Tower in reverse is trying to avoid that disaster. But for you, it's like you're trying to avoid letting go of this completely, because I feel like you have this amazing, hopeful energy that it's still going to work out, that everything will still work out. Sometimes, guys, we got to leave things up to fate. Sometimes we got to leave things up to spirit. And whatever's meant for you will find you. You know, you have to keep reminding yourself of that. You can't stay stuck in one particular area in your life, situation in your life. You have to keep moving forward. If whatever it is that you want, you have to leave behind because it's not ready for you yet, you've got to be able to push yourself and do that. Keep going. So then you have these two fives here. You have the Five of Pentacles and you have the Five of Emotions in reverse. So the Five of Pentacles is that worry. And it's, to me, these two cards right here, kind of similar to these two in a way. This is basically straight up saying that you are worried about moving on. You're worried about moving on. Here you're clinging on, and that's what's keeping you from moving forward. And here you're worried about moving on completely with your emotions still. I feel like you may also be worried about leaving this person. If this is a person, you may be worried about leaving them behind. And I do feel like you, either way, feel like you've been left out in the cold here. Because this Five of Pentacles is the card of being left out in the cold. And here she has the ice on the Five of Cups. And she's holding the moon, which is, again, those emotions. You know, the Five of Cups is like the saddest for me. It really is. I feel like the Five of Cups is even worse than the Three of Swords in tarot. Because the Five of Cups is real deep down into those emotions, right in the middle of it. It's that real intense grief. It's the point to where you realize what was might not ever be again. It's when you have that realization of that grieving where you really have to go through that process, right? When it's in reverse, it means that not only are you not wanting to let go, but the need to move on is there. The need to move on past this disappointment, past this grief is there. But this lacking energy of what, this could also be because this is material, so it's about grounded things. I feel like you may lack a lot of wisdom here, like the High Priestess being in reverse and those secrets. I feel like you're lacking a lot of wisdom of what actually happened here if you were left out in the cold and this was a relationship. And I feel like you are in this energy of just, I know I need to let go of this, but what if I'm letting go of this and there's more to the situation than I realize, and I later regret it? Do you see what I mean? But you're keeping yourself sustained in this one spot, and unfortunately that one spot that you're keeping yourself stuck in is sadness and grief and holding you back from pursuing things for yourself. So let's get some clarification for these. This is gonna, I feel like what this is meant for is these clarifiers are going to just kind of give me more in depth about okay. This may actually, sorry guys, I'm just listening. What they're saying is this may actually bring out how you can move past, how you can keep going here, okay? Okay. So this is the 𝐖𝐡chị𝐞𝐶 Tarot. These are both Chris Ann decks, by the way, which I love her. I love her decks. Okay. So why is the 8 of, okay. The Queen of Pentacles. Yes, this is abundance, guys. This is where you're supposed to be headed, okay? You moving forward with inspiration, with power, with strength, with drive. The Queen of Pentacles. That is also a grounded energy. She's grounded. She's practical, which came out a lot with the Oracle cards about you needing to ground yourself there. But she's very abundant. She's also very self-made. So it's almost like if this isn't a relationship and this is like a career or something in that sense, y'all take it how it resonates for you and your situation, but this is like the same kind of thing as what it's saying here, is that you need to really move on from having that feeling or that worry that you're going to have this lack, okay, as far as your abundance goes, that you're going to have this lack going into a new situation, and that's kind of what's holding you back, is that worry. This is the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Look at her. Do you think she's worried about anything? No, definitely not. She is not worried about a damn thing, because she has everything that she needs. She's abundant. She's strong. She's very independent, and she can be a provider, okay? This is the energy that I'm feeling here, is with this Eight of Inspirations. This is what they're saying. This is, wow. This is what's going on here, guys. I just figured this out. I think what they're telling me here is this is what you're going through, experiencing, but this is what could be. Let's keep going. This is interesting. So why is the Eight of Cups here in reverse, Spirit? Why is this Eight of Cups here in reverse? The Moon in reverse. Guys. So you have two eights here, 18 and 8. The Moon when it comes up in reverse, okay? And it's here to clarify this Eight of Cups. This, when it comes up in reverse, what are you doing, Ruby? Sorry, my cat's trying to get up on the table. And there she is. Scoot back a little. When it comes up in reverse, it's about there being kind of a misinterpretation, okay? If you will. It's about you having kind of illusions going on there, or thoughts that are happening there, but you're kind of unconsciously here, I feel, imagining things that aren't happening. And I feel like this is part of what's kind of keeping you hanging here, right? This is part of what's... These two cards are so similar looking to me together. Aren't they? They may not be for you guys, but I'm like seeing them like very similar to me. Maybe it's just the Moon here. But I feel like this is also a lot of mental confusion. In this indecision, you're not feeling as if you're basically avoiding making a decision, okay? That's what it is. And it's because you feel like whatever's coming to you, you may be misinterpreting what you're experiencing. So that's what's kind of keeping you back. And this is insinuating that if this mental confusion that you're having here wasn't there, you would be able to move forward here, leaving those emotions behind, knowing what's best for you, and moving forward. I feel like this is saying that you're confusing yourself because you're overthinking everything. So why is the Five of Materials here? Bless you. I don't think you need to be next to this plant. I do feel like that plant might not be good for you, honey. So you have the Two of Pentacles to clarify the Five of Materials. So the Two of Pentacles is about juggling things, okay? It's about needing to bring things into balance. To clarify, the Five of Pentacles, which we talked about, was that warrior, that lack mentality. And I feel like you're stuck in this energy of feeling like you don't have all the evidence, or you don't have all the, everything that you need in order to move forward. But that's something else that I told you is kind of holding you back. You're needing to juggle this, okay? You're needing to bring this into balance. You need to have this, like we saw in your oracles, you need to have this realization that you don't need to juggle that anymore, okay? You don't need to know this information. All you need to do is take care of yourself and move forward. You don't need to know everything about what happened in this particular situation. All you need to know is what you want to do, which is move forward from this and keep on going. This is holding you back. You feeling like you need all this information here, or you need to be able to have all the information or connect all the dots in order to move forward, to know the facts. You not having any of that is what's keeping you stuck. And you have this idea, like I said before, in a way. What if you move forward and you find out that what you thought was going on or taking place wasn't necessarily what was happening? What's going to happen then? Well, where will you be at? You know, if you continue to move forward and take this inspiration type energy into what you want to do and focus on yourself here, where will you, where will you be at that point? I feel that you're going to be much better off at that point than you will be here, right? All that time in between, think about that. All that time that's in between, how much further you could have got. You know, the universe is going to align things with your energy. And right now you're in this worry and lack energy. And it's like you're just stuck, you know? It's like you're a mouse on one of those sticky pads. You're just stuck. But you put yourself there. So why is the Five of... I'm not saying that this person didn't hurt you or anything like that and you put yourself in that situation. I'm saying that you have to have the ability to control your mind and where you want that to go. You can control whether you're going to stay in this sadness or if you're going to pick yourself up and move on. You know, I feel like you keep like reverting back to this and it's keeping you stuck. I also feel like every time you feel like you get out of this, a hopefulness comes in. And instead of like recognizing that hopefulness and seeing it for what it is and continue to doing what you're doing, you stand in line. You're in this waiting period. And it makes you go back. Do you see what I'm saying? Let me be more specific here. If this is a person and they left you out in the cold, okay? And you're left here with lack of information of why. And you're trying to move forward, but your emotions are still involved in it. You went through this pain, experienced this grief or disappointment over what happened. And you're in this worry energy. I feel like when you start to feel yourself move forward, then you're doing good. But then something happens to where this person maybe kind of bring you back down, bring you back in, and you get that spark of hope, right? Sparks up, and you take control of that, and you start to reminisce again, and you start to go back. Instead of progressing forward, you stay stuck in this state of, maybe this could happen, or maybe there is something there I missed. It's like you keep reanalyzing the situation every time this person gives you some kind of hope. And you need to be able to have the strength to keep pushing forward no matter what, for yourself. So why is the Five of Cups in reverse? Why is the Five of Cups in reverse? Why is the Five of Cups in reverse? The Magician in reverse, yeah. This is telling me that you have the power here. The Magician is the manifestation. All the tools to manifest what you want. You have the power here to do that, right? It's in reverse because your emotions are almost kind of manipulating you into thinking that you don't have the power to move forward and push past this. It's all about your mindset. You have to change your thought process, okay? Let me give you a little bit of, I'm going to give you all a secret of mine. And I don't know how this is going to resonate for everybody. This is something that I have figured out how to do within my own mind to be able to help me move forward in situations. And this is something that I've been doing recently. When you are, and it does help. It does help. I feel like it helps. But I mean, it might not work for you, but who cares? It's just some advice to try. Because that 5 of Cups is a desperate energy. It is. It's a very, very, very hard energy. And you're wanting to come out of this. So, and this is why this is coming up, because this is part of manifestation. If this is a person in a situation and you keep kind of revisiting the past in your mind, you know, you can get away from this person all day long, but you can't get away from your mind. You can't get away from your thoughts. And it's like a ghost, right? Their memory is like a ghost in your mind that comes up or you reminisce over, which is part of, I feel, what could be holding you back. So the way that you kind of have to trick your mind sometimes to get the hell up and keep moving forward. And one of the ways that I do that, guys, is if there's a situation that you had with a person in particular, or any situation really, but I'm just saying because of this, go to those memories, okay? Whenever you meditate or when you're laying in bed at night, you know, close your eyes and see those memories in your mind's eye, and imagine those memories without that person being there. Think about whatever it was that happened with that person, wherever you were in that situation. Go through it almost like you're going through a book of you and this person, except you're experiencing all those situations and what they would have been like if it was just you in that situation. And it might sound stupid, it might sound kind of, you know, weird, but your imagination's a wild thing. And if your imagination's kind of keeping you in this, you know, I'm sure with this worry and this lack of information, you have a lot of illusions, especially with the moon being here. You have a lot of illusions that are holding you back, that you're thinking about. What if this person did this? What if this person did that? What if this, and that, blah, blah, blah. So if you have the ability to do that, if your mind can do that, well, then your mind can go in and erase that person in that way. Now, I'm not saying you have to erase this person completely. I'm saying that if you are so far stuck in this grief, you have to do something to survive, right? You have to do something to move forward. That's a way of doing it. To keep reminiscing. And then, you know, ask Spirit, say, you know, please erase this from my mind. Please erase this from my mind. Or please release me of this memory. So that you can kind of push yourself forward. Keep pushing yourself forward, okay? That's not to say that eventually one day, I mean, obviously you're going to remember that stuff with that person, but it's a way for you to be able to, every time that memory comes to mind, pretend like you're erasing that person from it and try to reimagine it with just you being in that situation. It's like just a trick. It's a trick. It's a way to trick your mind into moving forward. So I have the 9 of Wands and the King of Swords in reverse. Yeah. See, with the Lovers here, this is a person. This is most definitely a person, guys. You have the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And the King of Wands, guys. Yeah, this is most definitely in death. 10 of Swords in reverse. This was the ending of a relationship, and I feel like this person left you out in the cold. Definitely. If that doesn't say it, I don't know what does. This King of Wands is a passionate guy, but there's not really a whole lot of emotions involved with him. He comes in really hot and heavy, right? He's passionate and fiery. But there are no cups here. You have two. Oh, my ears just started ringing very, very loud. Very loud. You have, it's very distracting. There's no cups here, guys. There are no cups here. I'm not saying this person didn't care about you. What I'm saying here is there is no cups here. This person, like I said, is driven by passion and lustful type energy. And this person here is very logical. Being that it's in reverse, and it's here to clarify all of this, I feel like this person has their guard up completely when it comes to you in this connection. And for whatever reason, and I feel like, I'm not saying this person's a bad person. I'm not saying that they don't care about you or didn't. What I'm saying is they're not opening themselves up to anything else. Okay? They're not opening themselves up to any kind of emotional connection here. That's the Nine of Wands. That's her with her guard up. And I feel like this is part of what's been so hard for you. Them not opening up to you emotionally. This is what you need to move on from. Because the Death is here. And the Ten of Swords. And the Hermit's under that. I feel like this person was maybe really cold with their communication towards you. This person is not someone that you need in your life. Look at that. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. No cups here, guys. Four of Pentacles. You have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is holding on tight. They're going to always procrastinate with you. This person is someone that might string you along for their own benefit. They're not going to ever open up to you in the way that you want. Well, I can't say ever. I'll never say never. Never say ever. But they're definitely not going to right now. This Ten of Swords is trying to rebuild yourself from some kind of betrayal, some kind of painful separation or ending that took place. The Death here is, it could be a rebirth, but not with the Ten of Swords here being in reverse. No way. This is about death. This is about an ending of a connection, a relationship. And maybe a passionate one at that. The Knight of Swords, it's a restless energy. It's an impatient type energy. It's not running towards the communication here. You know, the swords are about communication. He's running away. He's running away. This person ran away from you. This person's not wanting to communicate with you in the way that you want them to. And I'm not saying that they're not ever capable of that, but they definitely aren't now. Look at this. You have counterparts. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. This person is not in a position to provide for you in any way, shape, or form that you deserve. And Spirit knows this. And they know what you're worth as well as you should. And they're not going to have this person come at you. You deserve more than that. They're going to keep that from you. You know, it's divine protection. It's protection. And they're trying to help you move forward. So let's get some advice. I'm actually going to move all this for the advice. Not saying this person is like cold-hearted or anything like that. I'm just saying that they're not emotionally capable of bringing you what you need, what you desire, what you want, you know. They're not emotionally capable of that. Okay, so let's get some of these first. And then I'm gonna get both. Well, I don't have one here, do I? These are Moonology manifestation cards, so let's see what kind of advice will come out. can they move on here still? Okay, well, we'll take those. We have new moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. And look at that. Wow. First quarter moon in Aquarius, trust the universe. That's the second Aquarius card that we had there, guys. Let's get some of these too. These are the, they're wanting me to, this is, they want me to pull some cards because they want you to understand where this person's at because of that lack of the facts that you're carrying with you. They want you to have some kind of information to hold on to moving forward. Something that might help you move forward. And these are extremely honest cards is what they're wanting me to use here. It's called In the Shadows. And we're going to see what this person would say to you if they could, okay? This is their shadow self. This is part of what they may express. That might be hard to hear, so take that into consideration. What would this person say? If they could say anything, what would they say? You can't come with me. Oh, baby, I don't want you to be by that plant. It makes you sneeze. What would this person say? What would this person say? I can still see you standing there. So this person, I feel like, definitely walked away from you. Definitely. I feel like walked away from you for sure. What else? Okay, here's the thing. Oh, it just came out. I do feel like this person is in a very, this person is in a really greedy energy, okay? They are greedy when it comes to, I don't feel like this person really is empathetic towards you in the way that they should be, the way that you deserve anyway. And they're not capable of that either. So take that into consideration. I don't need your approval. So if you've said something to this person that kind of made them feel like, this person is, I have to say, this person is experiencing some things on their part as well. I feel like they're going through a lot of guilt. I feel like they're going through a lot of anger about the situation and how it took place, how it ended. Because they don't feel as, honestly, this person doesn't feel like they're capable of giving you anything that you wanted either. And that makes them feel kind of like that. I hope you're happy for me. Yeah, because this person moved on and they want you to be happy for them in a selfish way. Because they want to make sure that if you're happy for this person, then they feel better about how they handled things. Does that make sense? So if you basically leave someone in the cold and piss them off because of it, if you just run off and leave them behind and don't give them any excuse or reason or whatever it is, or you just completely, ghost them, and they feel guilty about it, they want you to be happy for them because they don't want to feel guilty anymore. They want to feel like it was the best thing for both of you. And if you're happy for them, then they'll feel that way and they won't carry that guilt. I'm different now. Yeah. I don't feel like this person, if you haven't talked to this person in a while, they may not be the same person, okay? They may be a different person from what they used to be. They want me to look at the bottom of the deck. I hope I will see you again sometime. See, this is that stringing along energy that we talked about. This is that right there is why and how. That's that spark of hope that keeps you stuck there, which I think this is part of what this person is wanting to do. They want to kind of leave you. They want to kind of feel like you'll always be there for them when they need it. Do you know what I mean? I'm feeling a very selfish energy from this person, even though they're not seeing it in that way. I don't feel like they're seeing it in that way. that they're not they're not strong enough, guys. They don't have enough courage to be able to face the situation with you and bring you the honest truth that you deserve. They don't. And I don't think that they will. They're not capable of having emotions in that way. They're not capable of expressing themselves emotionally like you are, okay? What else? I'm not saying they'll always be this way. They're not there right now. What else? You need to keep moving forward. I can forgive people quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free. This is what Spirit's wanting you to do. This is how you're going to be able to step up and lead and trust the universe, is doing this. Forgive this person for what has happened here. You know, even if this person can't have empathy for you, you can still have empathy for this person. So that it's for you. It's not for them. It's for you. It's for you to be able to release and move forward. What else? I don't know how many's here. Let's see. Guidance is available to me now. I know that angels, ancestors, spirit guides are always at hand. I do not walk alone. That's something that they're wanting you to remember, to trust in the universe here as well. Yeah, they're definitely wanting you to remember that they're here to help you. They're here to give you a hand, you know, when you need it. They are always here. You can always call upon them. Always ask them. Like I said, ask them, please help me, Spirit, to release this memory from my mind so that I can move forward. Ask them. I am in sync with the flow of life. Yeah, this is what you need to be. Along with trust the universe. This is like the similar. It's like the same thing. Okay. I'm going to get one more oracles here to close out. These are just, these are called Be You, Do You, For You. I got them on Amazon. Let's see what comes out. Take that one. Oh my gosh, look how similar these two cards are. Today is a sacred gift from life. Yeah. See, this is like saying, be in the present moment. Stop living in the past and move forward. Trust what's coming to you is the best thing for you, and release all that past energy. Step up and lead. Lead yourself. I am safe to be my true, authentic self. I just said self. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to get one more. And look at, she's meditating, guys. That's what one of the things you need to do. Okay. Ruby. Let's see. My thoughts become reality. Yes, yes, yes. I love this saying. This is so important. Your thoughts do become your reality. Very much so. Your thoughts that you have within yourself always play out in real life. Whatever you're thinking is what is going to take place, because you're creating your own reality here. And like we said in the beginning of your spread, if you are constantly in this hopeful energy or this doubtful or not being able to move on, you know, if you're constantly in that progression of revisiting that grief, that depression, that's where your reality is going to sit. You need to be able to go within, find your true authentic self, express that with the muse. You know, find that peace, that harmony, and release. Release all this stuff. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you there. That was about an hour. So I hope this resonated for whoever needed to hear it. And I hope that it helps motivate you to keep moving forward and do this for yourself. You know, don't do this for anyone else. Don't do this to prove anything to this person or prove anything to anyone else around you. Do this solely for yourself. I do want to mention these two cards here also look similar, don't they? Look, she's dancing in the same exact position here. Wow, that's crazy. Trust the universe. you know, and that's the third eye, guys. That's the third eye imagery right there. Again, you need to do some meditation. Really. I think it would help you so very much if you could do that. Especially focusing on that third eye. Okay? Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you there. I hope this brought you some clarity and motivation to move forward. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your interactions here on the channel. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you again.